Jersey's own SoJO 104.9 playing the 90s till now. It's Heather DeLuca and they have arrived. Yes, LFO is here. Devin Lima, Brad Fischetti, welcome guys. Thanks for coming on a tour day, like on a show day. You're playing the Foundry in Philadelphia later on tonight, and so they arrived on their tour bus.
Yes.
Which was kind of an ordeal getting to South Jersey
we
because...
have to apologize to you, and I guess there were some listeners here that were supposed to be here.
All good.
And for them, we apologize. If you're listening, you're coming to the show tonight, email Kyle at lfo.me and he will hook you up. All right?
Okay, cool. Thank you. Well, so they are like a full-on mobile operation, LFO. They had to empty out, you know, the tour bus, you know, the facilities,
we ran into
toll
an issue.
booths.
Yeah, we ran into an issue emptying out the wastewater, and our drummer almost was succumbed by a river of poo.
Let's just be real.
And I reached down and picked him up off the ground because he was laying under the bus, like trying to put the hose on there, and all of a sudden all this poo water started coming. It's like slow motion. And he's like going, ah!
Like the blob.
And I reached down and I picked him up and took our relationship to a new level.
It was kind of my fault for pulling the hose, so I had to make up for it as we were driving off. One of our band members was not there. He was actually in the bathroom in the tour bus. So while the truck is moving, I leaped out like Private Ryan. Yo, he's not even there.
Like we were driving down the
there.
road, and all of a sudden, Devin was at the passenger window. And Kyle screamed. I was driving the bus.
I banged on the window, spooked him. He didn't expect
So he jumped out of the bus while we were driving, ran over, jumped onto the little step to get into the bus.
I'm a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And now you're here.
We're here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, all good things. I'm so excited to meet you guys finally. It's so bizarre. I know you've heard this a million times, but if you were somebody who grew up in the MTV era of Total Request Live, you see these people, you're voting for these videos day in and day out, and then to get to meet you, O-Town was here last week.
Nice.
They passed through Ocean City, and it's you feel like you know you guys, like, right? I mean, Ashley that's here, she's our digital editor, by the way. Ashley was actually on an episode of TRL, right? So I know you feel a special attachment to anybody who sort of came out of that that part of the MTV era. But do you know, I only just found out that like yesterday that LFO stands for Light Funky Ones.
Well, it actually doesn't.
What the heck is wrong with me?
When I came into the band, it no longer was that.
It stood for that like in 1996.
Okay, good.
It started because when Rich was a solo rapper back in Boston, he was this blue-eyed, blonde-haired white kid rapping, and they used to call him the Light Funky One, you know? So we got together, we called it the Light Funky Ones, LFO, and then we dropped the Light Funky Ones part. But in Europe, there was another group called LFO. They already had the trademark, so we had to be Light Funky. So it's
a whole
LFO. It really stands
thing.
for Losers from Orlando, to be honest with you.
Okay, I mean that actually has a I personally really like anagrams, so I've just sort of stuck with the LFO. Never looked too much deeper into it, but
That's good.
But the Rich in Love tour, it's benefiting the Rich Cronin Hope Foundation for Leukemia. For those that are listening that aren't familiar, Rich Cronin was, you know, a third member of LFO, and he passed away. It'll be 7 years this September 8th, my birthday. I do remember that. And he's sorely missed. So is this tour in dedication to Rich?
A big part of that, of course. From now on, it will always be part of the whole scheme, you know?
Yeah, what do you,
we do tribute Rich during the show. I don't want to necessarily give it all up.
Yeah.
But we do. We start the show as a tribute. During the set, we tribute him. And everywhere we go, when we perform live, we have a pair of shell-toe Adidas hanging from a mic stand because Rich always wore a shell-toe Adidas. And so every show we have, you'll see an empty mic stand with some shell-toes hanging from it, just as a tribute. We're doing a raffle for a really beautiful painting that a friend of mine did. It's a painting of the three of us and our tour artwork. It's really cool. So every show we're offering raffle tickets for this painting then the money we raise will give to the Rich Cronin Home Foundation.
It's really fantastic.
And furthermore, as we keep on going, as more money gets generated, you know, it gets bigger, a hologram of him, you know?
Yeah. We were... For real? Do you really think you could do it? I mean, the technology makes it
we can't do it now.
No, not now.
It's a six-figure investment.
Right,
you know, it's
right.
It's a $100,000 investment, which we can't afford to do right now. But if
that's the idea.
That gives me Goosebumps. So Rich passed away from leukemia. He actually started the Rich Cronin Hope Foundation for leukemia during his battle, but actually before he passed away, and it's done a lot of good for families that are going through the same thing. What was the conversation between you, Devin, and Brad about moving on as LFO after Rich passed? And do you do it in tribute of him? Is that the reason why you keep going?
We hadn't really planned on doing that. And then last year we were corresponding with one of the guys from 98 Degrees, and he said, hey, we do a tribute to you guys during our set. And I said jokingly, hey, well, if you ever want me and Devin to fly up and do a cameo, let me know. And he said, pick a show. So they were playing Coney Island, which is where we shot the Summer Girls video. We flew up there, and our boy Kyle picked us up in the airport, and beat down Nissan Sentra. You wouldn't even want to put your backpack on the floor. We pull up to the security gates where the tour buses are parked. He's like, yeah, we got some artists in the car. I'm like, yeah, seriously, we're artists with tattoos, And we played the show, and it was like literally 30 seconds to a minute long, our part. And 4 days later, we got a call from a booking agent asking if we'd consider going back out there on the road. He really thought that it was a highlight of the show when we came out. And we talked about it, and at first we said no in our minds. We said
for
no.
a long time. I put it to bed. I've already moved on.
Yeah.
But then
doing my own thing, doing songs. Sometimes we link up, write songs together.
But then we slept on it, and we said, let's call Mike Caputo, he was always with us, our road manager.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Caputo.
He's like our fourth member, and we said, Mike, what do you think? He said, heck yeah, we're doing this. So
Awesome.
that's how it started.
How has the relationship with the fans changed or grown since Rich passed away?
There's a major theme. It's been a lot of years, right? But it really feels like yesterday it was still happening. I swear to you. And they feel the same way.
So quickly.
Time is different than I thought when I was a kid.
Yeah. It does go quicker the older you get. It's such an adage and a cliche, but it's really true.
Really
but they are here, Devin and Brad from LFO. We're going to talk a little bit more. We're going to play the new single. They've got a new music out called Perfect 10. We'll get to that coming up right after Zed and Alessia Cara here on SoJO 104.9. SoJO 104.9, playing the 90s till now. Hey, you picked a good day to tune in because if you're a big fan of LFO, Brad Bichetti, Devin Lima, they're here live in the studio. We've been chatting a little bit about what life on the road has been like for them since the passing of their good friend and bandmate, Rich Cronin. What a special time in MTV history to be part of. We were talking about the Total Request Live era. It was like the hottest thing going back in early 2000s. I mean, what was it like to really be in that bubble where you walk onto a set and it's just full on like pandemonium?
I think the first time we did it, it was crazy. It was the first time we were outside. There was just thousands of people outside the studio. You could look out the window and they're all there holding up signs.
It was Indianapolis.
No, but at TRL.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, so it was pretty surreal. And once in a while we see the videos of it, and it doesn't even seem like it was real, but I feel very fortunate to have been part of that world.
Were you particularly tight, or did you form relationships with anyone else that, kind of was on the show, or any of the jocks, or?
No, they didn't really like us, to be honest with you. I don't think the MTV people really cared for us that much.
Why would you say that?
Just judging from the way they handled us. I don't think
Really?
they really enjoyed us very much. I don't think they were too into the whole boy band poppy scene then. They just did it because they had to, and us specifically, I don't think they really cared for us too much, which is fine.
Oh, that's unfortunate because you're part of what was a big time and a ratings booster and a money maker.
Rumor has it.
It never is what you think it is. I grew up listening
I know, that's
to
why
Stevie
I'm
Wonder.
so
Never
curious.
thought of myself as a boy band dude. So, but I'm not gonna go around saying I'm not that. You just
Yeah,
shut up
yeah.
and just roll with it.
I wouldn't say
I don't
you're
care
that at all.
about
I think of you more of a group than anything. I mean, I have to really say, Summer Girls has become an anthem since that was released. An anthem, but okay, I'm gonna really go out there and say it to me is one of the most clever songs ever written.
Yeah.
Just from the I mean, the beat is hot, but from a lyrical standpoint, it is freaking hilarious. I just imagine you guys sitting around together, just okay, I'm gonna throw out a line at you, and then you're just gonna hit me back with whatever comes out of your mind. And to me, that is true artistic freedom. I know we're talking about, Chinese food making you sick, and you love Kevin Bacon, but you hate Footloose. It's not all that deep, but it has resonated. And anytime someone says Abercrombie and Fitch, they think of LFO.
Exactly.
So there was actually someone that used to work here who sent me a photo yesterday of, they printed out the lyrics to Summer Girls and then did an analysis about how great the song was. Like,
I love how they
oh,
take that much
okay,
time.
so, all right, randomness works as long as you're listing things. So people love lists. So any kind of list that says like, color purple, macaroni and cheese, ruby red slippers, bunch of trees. I mean, he says that the song Summer Girls helped him get a lot of girls back when he was a teenager and in his early 20s. I mean, they really break it down, like, seriously, like line by line, highlighted. Keeps people on their seats, like I stole your bike, gripping. Excellent use of rhyming. Sheer perfection, cherry pez, coke, crush rock, stud boogie. Used to hate school, so I had to play hooky. I mean, I gotta know how this song came about. I gotta know.
It's a secret that we're not allowed to reveal.
Is this a process of how you write all of your songs?
That initially, that's Rich, right? From being around him,
Yeah.
then I pick up his tricks. One of his tricks would be he'd have a bunch of pieces of paper with different words on the floor, scatter them around, pick them, and use two words together, and that's a word he create.
Do you know who else writes their songs like that?
Who else?
REM.
Brave.
Yeah, they say they have a whole album. I think it's whatever album, maybe it was Monster with What's the Frequency, Kenneth, that they had
that
in the
song.
studio, just a box full of, I don't want to say, like, they wrote them out almost like Chinese food fortunes, and
Yeah.
put them, and that's how they would pull the lyrics to their songs until they all just made sense. So I
Yeah.
think that's really, really kind of clever. That song really kind of helped put Abercrombie on the map. Did you get a bunch of free stuff from them?
They wanted nothing to do with us. They thought
They
that their audience was like much older, like college and older, and we're like, listen, there's 5,000 8 to 18-year-olds at our show every day wearing your
Right,
shirts.
exactly.
It was cool. I mean, it was good for them. It was
They
good
got
for
great
us.
promotion.
Yeah, they did.
You know, their stock prices are like 8 now, and people say, oh, it's LFO's fault. I said, no, actually, when our song was #1, their stock was at almost 50. So,
Yeah.
wow.
So Whitney Brennan, who's a listener, she posted this to the SoJO Facebook fan page. She says, well, now that Abercrombie is no longer like the thing, if you were to write that song now, what kind of girls would you like? From what store do you think? What kind of, she's like, what kind of girls do you like now?
Amazon now,
Girls
right?
that wear absolutely nothing.
Okay.
If I had one wish.
Okay. All right. Just like literally no clothes. I like that. Free. Free
Yes.
and happy. She also wants to
Free.
know, did Chinese food ever really make any one of you sick? And
I love
do you
American
eat it?
Chinese.
This is the truth, right? Let's say you like beer. You like beer? Anybody like beer? All right.
Sure.
If you drink enough of it, do you get sick?
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
So you can still like Chinese food and get sick from it, right?
Yeah.
That's our thing.
You like a lot of
Devin
anything.
and I like
I've
Chinese
eaten a
food.
lot of lo mein and rice on top of that. Never got sick yet. I'm just telling you.
Okay. All right. So at least like the fortune cookies, right? Okay, so we have new music from LFO. It's called Perfect 10. This is such a fun, again, perfect for summer song. Talk to me about the new music.
Well, you know, we had a chance to work with some great producers, some guys we worked with back in the day, Aaron and Shep, and they sent us a little guitar riff, and we started writing to it, and you know, we thought we wanted to
Wrote
write
it
a
on the
song.
way to the airport, actually.
Yeah, we wanted to write a song that would really speak to our fan base, because we knew our fan base was now, you know, 25, 30, 35. Lots happened in their lives over the last 15 years, so, you know, in a world where so much of our self-worth seems to be based on what we have and how we look according to, you know, the media, we wanted to let our fans know that, listen, we know you've been going through a lot the last 15 years, and, you know, you're still perfectly made in our eyes, so that's how the song came
Oh,
about.
that's so sweet.
And actually, personally, I was thinking about my wife too, you know, seeing how hard she works with the kids and everything else, so.
Yeah, so it's still typical LFO music. Gotta love it. It's your signature sound, but you guys have evolved.
Yeah,
Your sound has evolved.
Definitely an evolution.
Yeah, everything. So do you want to intro it? Because
Yeah,
I'm gonna play it for you
Can we dedicate
now.
it to somebody?
Yeah,
'Cause we got
absolutely.
some friends from a really cool band called 3D, Jasmine, Emily, and Meadow. Our boy Michael Puda put them together, and they're playing with us tonight. So
Oh, that's
I think
fun.
they're listening, so we want to say what's up to 3D, and we offer this for you right now. It's Perfect 10.
Okay, here it is. The SoJO 1049 debut. New music from LFO. They're in town tonight. We'll talk more about the Philly show coming up in just minutes on SoJO 1049. Yes, SoJO 1049, LFO, the South Jersey premiere of Perfect 10. That's new music from them. So chill to have both Devin and Brad in here actually singing along to the song as it was playing. Is it the first time you've heard it like on the radio yet, or have you been elsewhere?
And this experience, hearing like that, is
Okay.
mind blowing.
It's fun, right?
It's such a great sound.
Yeah, I love the
especially through these
wordplay.
headphones.
Yeah, oh good, good. It sounded really great in the studio. They've got new music. They are The Real LFO on Twitter. They're all over social media, so look them up. They're LFO.me. By the way, they're on tour. In fact, they are at the Foundry, part of the Fillmore in Philadelphia. They are there tonight. Tickets are still available. You got to get to the show tonight. You can also go to Ticketmaster.com. What can fans expect from tonight's performance?
It's a party.
Awesome.
You know, last night after we finished, the person of the venue goes, "You guys just put on a big party, huh?" So that's basically what it is. It's a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of crowd interaction. We take it down a few times, but for the most part, lots of energy and a lot of fun. And I think, me personally, it feels like the most genuine we've ever been on stage. Not that we were disingenuous before, it's just life has changed, a lot's happened. We're not focused on the things we were focused on when we were 25. You know?
Right.
And so it's just awesome to connect with our fans that way.
There's a lot going on in the show. It's not like a smorgasbord of things that don't work.
Yeah.
There's a slight Abbott and Costello comedy thing going on.
Yeah.
There's legitimate cool dances sometimes if I choose to dance. There's top-notch singing. There's really good rhymes. And the medley has songs that everyone knows on the radio.
Right.
Everyone's going to sing.
Oh, that's great.
No
That's
doubt
cool.
about it.
And plus
So-
we have an extraordinary band. We have a
Oh,
six-person
yeah,
band
forget
behind
about it.
us. So we got 3 guitars, bass, drums, percussion. Guy plays 3 keyboards at one time. Just craziness.
Yeah, so you get to connect with your fans on a
Yeah.
big level. I'm sure you've come to know a lot of them very well, right, over
Yeah.
the years. They've stuck with you guys, and we are so happy that you were able to pop in on us before you head up to Philadelphia to the Foundry tonight. I wish you all the best. Love the new music. Brad Bichetti, Devin Lima,
Thank
they
you so
are
much.
LFO.
Thank you.
Look them up, check them out. You're going to hear more of them here on SoJO 1049, and it's awesome. Thanks for stopping by today.
Thanks for having
Thanks for
me.
having us.
SoJO 1049.